Oh god. The teaser for the new Netflix Resident Evil series is out, and when I heard it was coming out today, I didn't expect much of it being it's a teaser. But Jesus Christ, how badly can you advertise a Resident Evil TV series in just 1 minute and 16 seconds? Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, of course the writing was on the wall since the diverse cast was announced some time ago, but after the teaser was over, I had one word stuck in my head. Why? Why do this? Why is this in the future? Why is Wesker narrating the trailer? Why is this action? Why is this Resident Evil?
Why? Why?
When the first Paul W.S. Anderson movie came out 20 years ago, it wasn't like the game, but it was still an action horror movie. I could see how it could be an adaptation of the games. This theory was of course quickly dismissed when the second one came out and they ditched the horror in favor of acrobatics, and it became clear that those hacks had no intention of taking the source material seriously or even making a proper Resident Evil horror movie. Classic characters from the video games would show up in costume and name only as background so that Mila Jovovich could karate kick zombies and her husband could make use of the latest fad in the movie industry at the time. Then that shit came to an end after almost 15 years, and Resident Evil's metaphorical body wasn't even cold yet when news about reboots and TV series started to pop up on the internet. Then in 2021, Netflix released this photo of the cast. Okay, but where is Chris? Or Claire? Or Leon? Or Rebecca? Or Jill? Or even fucking Ethan or Mia? Who are these people? Is this Wesker? Albert Wesker? Why are there no other men? Who are these supposed to be? Which game or games are they going to adapt with these people? Well, I guess none of this is important right now, because did you see how diverse and full of representation our cast is? As I said before, the writing was on the wall because in the current climate, when political agendas come miles before creative choices, you can't help but to just assume at this point that this is going to be trash. But I like to think that I'm a connoisseur of the arts, and I don't like to let this type of thing cloud my judgment. I try to give these things the benefit of the doubt, even though this doubt fades faster every day. But then this third dropped today, and to me it's just mind-boggling how this can even be real after 15 years of poorly received Paul W.S. Anderson shitty action films. Oh my god, why? Why would you do a Resident Evil action series at this point? Resident Evil is a horror franchise. It is supposed to be a scary story about how a pharmaceutical company experiments on regular people with biological weapons and has a plot so convoluted that 10-year-old me thinks it's the most genius fucking thing ever. Resident Evil didn't become what it is today with fucking acrobatics and fireworks. On the contrary, that's when it became terrible. Resident Evil 5 and 6 are dog shit. So why make another action Resident Evil adaptation? This fact alone has me thinking these people are so out of touch, it is hard to even muster the goodwill to give it a chance. And worse yet, why would you make a Resident Evil that's not even Resident Evil? Again! Where were these people in the last 20 years? The best thing I can say about this teaser is that it looks generic as fuck, and the worst is that it reminds me of those terrible movies. According to IGN, this is supposed to be told in two timelines, 2022 and 2036, following Wesker and his daughters in a world that has managed to move on from the horrors of 1998. Okay, so this is an action series that has the boilerplate plot of a zombie IP and has nothing to do with Resident Evil, but we'll call it that because we call this man Wesker and there are zombies and the Umbrella Corporation in it. Okay, got it. It is really baffling to me how bad these people can screw up an adaptation like this in the most obvious of ways. They had 8 games in the main series alone to adapt into this TV series. Resident Evil 7 is almost a proper movie for Christ's sake. According to Andrew Dabb, the showrunner, this 2022 version is fun to build on as a blank slate.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Well, then if we're gonna do whatever the fuck you want, then why call it Resident Evil? This will be a new story, but there will be lots of goodies for longtime fans of the franchise. Oh boy, that's just what we wanted. Not Resident Evil, with tons of fan service. Wow! Still according to IGN, this is a new take on Resident Evil, but that new take won't sacrifice Resident Evil canon. Wesker still fell into a volcano and got RPG'd, and that, according to Dabb, will have fans definitely asking questions as the story unfolds. Oh, but I have a question right now after watching this teaser. What the fuck is this?